4,765 pounds. This is a sweet looking Rockwood Mini Lite here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. The revised front end as compared to previous models I think is going to go over like gangbusters. Rockwood has found, they started with their Signature series. They rounded out the front end, put this cool automotive windshield in it instead of a front window, a windshield, because there's a difference. And wouldn't you know it, it became super popular. Oh, by the way, if you want to see if we have one in stock and available, click the link in the video description that says check for price and availability. You're one click away from seeing what we have in stock, how it is equipped, what we're asking, because we clearly publish pricing and we don't engage in the gross practice of hidden dealer fees. So, like I was saying, they revised the Signature front end, and then the Ultras, and now the Minis. And what's cool is because they standardized the construction, the sidewalls, because they had to rejig everything. They had to completely retool their entire Mini Lite production facility, which is why it didn't all take place at the same time. You're now getting front windshields in Murphy beds, like this one, which seems really odd. But it's a side effect of the standardization at Rockwood, and frankly I'm excited for it. Not so much because most of the time you're not going to actually get to enjoy the front window on this Murphy bed model, because the bed has to be down to enjoy it, and when the bed's down, presumably you're sleeping at night and probably have the privacy shade drawn. The thing that I like is that they weren't willing to build something two different ways. They were going to build it one way, the right way, every single time, and I think that's cool. Something else I noticed, this has a new chassis. It kind of stuck out to me because all of a sudden I noticed this cool little front utility tray, cargo tray, and I see stuff like this on toy haulers, but you can see that I've got my battery box, plus there's a battery box already on it. I mean, you could have a couple, 2, 3 batteries. If you turned them sideways, I bet you could put 4 on here for dry camping. These are solar prepped if you feel like putting a little portable panel on these things. Portable panel prep. I like the triple Ps. We offer those here at Haylett RV, obviously. So Rockwood, you know, they are the #1 selling ultralight in the United States of America, and they have been. And I don't even know how many consecutive years in a row they have been, because as long as I've been doing this, they have been. These guys are just, it's a race for #2 most of the time. They are not the inexpensive ultralight option. Quite the opposite. Actually, Rockwood's more on one of the highest end prices, or of the price spectrum. They're among the highest, but they also have the highest equipment outfit in a small little camper like this. Most brands that build little campers like this build little equipment. Rockwood builds full feature. What I love about this is it's constructed exactly like anything else they make. They only build one way. So you've got all aluminum structure, laminated, full walk-on, zero flex roof, laminated walls, laminated rear wall and slides. They have a 12-inch on-center aluminum studded floor with tongue and groove plywood floor decking, which is how luxury fifth wheels are constructed. I mean, it's frankly, it's overbuilt for the size of this little RV right here. Now, again, this is a Murphy bed, includes pass-through storage. Rockwood was the first one to crack that code. When Murphy beds first came out, they had no pass-through storage. Well, Rockwood solved that. So this right here, oh man, this sun is really not helping me. Let me block that a little bit. This little guy right here is this folding little side stand table that you can hook onto the side of the RV over by your camping grilling station. Now you've got frameless windows, standard here. You don't pay extra for that kind of stuff. Again, Rockwood just does stuff standard. Now there are a few options, of course, on here. I sound like I'm contradicting myself, but little things like we added the full champagne skin color package. There is a white base package option. Well, it'd be standard anyway. You get the idea. I really can't talk in a way that makes any level of sense here, can I? I just sound like a flagrant idiot right now. Regardless, moving on. The show must go on, as it were. So we've put the skin package on here. The power awning is something that we applied to this. Mostly little stuff though. You don't need to mess with a Rockwood. They do the job right. Now this little storage on the slide out, this is prototypical Rockwood here. They make sure that every nook and cranny is accessible. Nothing is wasted. And you'll notice even these little off storage areas are magnet latched. Let me try to block the sun, give you a little better idea there. Well, that's not working at all. The sun is not cooperating today. Let's talk about suspension instead, since I am just failing miserably in this video today. We've got 4-wheel independent torsion suspension, not just torsion axles, independent Torflex suspension. Each wheel can move 3 inches up or down independently of one another, so this suspension has a 6-inch wheel-to-wheel variance instead of 2 or 3. In luxury fifth wheels, you are lucky to get a suspension that gives you 4 inches of independent wheel variance. This gives you 6. That is why there's only one other mainstream manufacturer that uses this suspension system, and that's Airstream. And Airstream adopted Rockwood's suspension, not the other way around. But you're also looking at $500 more per axle. So that's what I mean. These guys are not inexpensive. They're not trying to be. They're trying to be retirement grade. Rockwood means retirement. That's really the goal that these folks are looking for. If you're looking for the last RV ever, this is a good name to have on your list. You see that big black fin sticking up the roof over the rear wall there. This has the bigger Max Air fan in the bathroom, and they include the fan cover straight from the factory level. So your factory warranty guarantees that work instead of having to get that aftermarket. It's done, it's protected, it's guaranteed. All LED light, inside, outside, every side, upside down, and maximum length awning. You can't put a bigger awning on this. Not possible, basically. Hopefully I said that right. I didn't offend anybody. Notice too the details here. So this is a little camper. Dual steps on both doors, not a single step on the rear door to cut a corner, and the larger entry handle on both doors. Additionally, both doors are friction hinged with an adjustable little tension screw so that you can control how easy or hard they open or close so that they're not subject to wind gusts like you may have noticed we're having here right now. The other thing I love about this 2503S is a direct entry bathroom in a couples camper, not a bunkhouse, is exceptionally rare. And they have made an extremely big rear bathroom where most brands are giving you an outside kitchen. They gave you a direct entry bathroom. Now, if you want an outside kitchen, guess what? They build that too. It's called a 2507S Rockwood Mini Lite here at Haylett RV. So if you like most of this stuff, but you're looking for a outside kitchen instead of bath entry, they got that too. Outside TV hookups. This is your little grilling station. The TV that comes included inside can dismount and remount out of doors so that you have an awesome little exterior tailgate station. Magnet latches, talked about that, talked about the solar prep. Wi-Fi Ranger. This has a built-in router, basically. It's a signal booster access point. It's effectively what it is going to be. If you'd like to learn more about that, give our team a call. We can give you the once-over on that. It's very simple and easy, not too complicated stuff. But we got a lot more to cover inside, so let's take a look. We carry a lot of different brands here, and I'm actually pretty good friends with a lot of different product developers there in northern Indiana where the heart of this industry exists. And I've had more than one guy say, you know, what is the one thing you would say is the biggest contributor to Rockwood's success in the lightweight market? And there's no one answer. It's their complete attention to detail to a million little fine touches. And that's what they're so good at, is touches. So before we get too far along here, this is obviously your front Murphy bed. What I like about it is it gives you the space and the furniture of like a big super slide RV, but in a much smaller, shorter, lighter weight, lower dollar unit. That's really what you're doing here. It effectively has the same benefits as a hybrid camper, and for a long time I've actually kind of referred to Murphy beds as hard side hybrids because they have most of the same benefits and drawbacks, or at least they did until Rockwood figured out how to give it outside storage that hybrids just really don't have. So what's great about this is how they've arranged this. It's a perfectly functional front living room arrangement, but they've included a couple really smart fine details. While you're sitting at the sofa, you've got these dual side stands, and those are what make the pass-through storage possible, because if you notice, that storage on the outside goes right under the sofa. Now over here, they've got all sorts of different like USB and household outlets, and you've got a little light switch for the lights directly above the bed, so if you want to sit in bed and read at night, you can. You got his and hers little side bedroom wardrobe, hanging closets, dresser drawers, etc. You know, this is not a big 45-foot fifth wheel. You don't have giant storage closets or anything, but for as small as this thing is, what it does have is actually extremely impressive. You will notice too that you have the same 2.5-inch vaulted laminated ceiling in here that you have in the big Rockwood signature fifth wheels. Again, they're hyper consistent on construction, and you also have double ducted centralized air conditioning in this, which is extremely uncommon in smaller lightweight trailers. They're not the only ones that do it, but it is definitely the exception to the rule. The slide out right here. This is one of the things they've done the best. And what you don't realize sometimes, if all these doors are closed, you don't realize the slide actually starts here and goes all the way down through the kitchen, including that vertical pantry right there. Now, the trailer's parked with the nose pointed down a little bit. It's not level, so this door wants to close. That's why I'm standing in front of it a little closer than I'd like. But it gives you a good idea. You have dedicated pantry and extra closet space in here. So whether it's a coat closet, general hanging closet, whatever. Now, there are... just like the outside, we've added a champagne skin color package. There are different interior decors available on a Rockwood, more than almost any other brand I've seen. Case in point, Rockwood allows you to choose between this lighter maple wood tone and a darker driftwood. They allow you to choose 3 or 4 different fabric decors, and they allow you to choose between a stone and wood print floor. So again, visit our website to see, even cosmetically, if the one we have in stock is different from what you're seeing here. This is our standard equipment loadout here at Haylett RV for a Rockwood Mini Lite, but that doesn't mean it's the only thing we have in stock. Sometimes they'll call us, say, hey, we had a couple built that a dealer backed up on. Would you guys be interested in picking them up? And sometimes we will, but they'll be built to someone else's specs. Now, if you don't like how we build our Rockwoods, that's fine. Give us a call. We'll build one to your specs, because it's your money. Do what you want with it. But statistically, we found that our customers are looking for these features and these qualities more than anything else. Now, Mini Lites have standard solid surface countertops, which is a nice feature you don't typically find in this product segment. You find a lot of, normal Formica countertops. There's nothing wrong with those. This is just an upgrade. But this kitchen slide here that Rockwood does, and they do it all over the place in their Murphy bed models, whether it's this, the 2304 KS that we carry here, all kinds of stuff. It's a hyper efficient space because the slide can be shallow, but you actually get more countertop space. And the way you can determine that is these stovetops are all standardized. So if you look at that extra 12 to 18 inches of storage you have behind, or counter space you have behind the stove, along with that appliance outlet, you can see, I mean, you have a very generous prep space here, especially when you consider the recessed stove and sink with that flush mount cover there. Now we do have, you see the big dresser drawer here within the slide. That's an improvement on previous years. That wasn't always there. But we've also got a pair of drawers here and wide open storage below the sink. Now the TV, remember what I mentioned outside. The TV can actually float outside if you want it to. And you can see that it's actually kind of swung out right now. It's on a double jointed swing arm, which is another improvement over previous Rockwood generations. Previous seasons, they had this tiny little 6-inch swing arm that really wasn't good for anything. So they said, you know what, fine, we hear you loud and clear, folks, we're going to take care of that. Now, kind of hidden behind it right now, back in that little corner, is the IRV entertainment system. It's Bluetooth, DVD, all that stuff that almost every camper has. But it also is app enabled. You can download the IRV app for an Android or smartphone and turn your phone into a Bluetooth remote control. Here in this big UDINET, which having UDINET not in the slide is exceptionally uncommon, but it's because it's hard to do. But Rockwood does it successfully in a few brands, the other one being like the 21DK. You see you've got easy access drawer. This pulls out to give you a drawer. Now, the furnace is actually located over there. You can see that heat ducting, so it's not a full access drawer. That's why, well, it doesn't need to be. The other thing I like to point out on their furniture is any furniture that Rockwood builds, not furniture they buy, but furniture they build, is all aluminum skeleton. And that's what's so impressive. Again, these guys are built to be lightweight and extremely long-lasting. Quick little note on this. You notice how that's a raised panel cabinet door. When you upgrade to the maple wood tones like we're looking at here, you actually upgrade to a true maple hardwood cabinet door, which is one of the reasons we like it. They're stronger, heavier lasting, longer lasting rather. They're built for really rugged use. I love this full overhead storage above that, and this is all pocket screwed together. They don't use particle board for the cabinetry at Rockwood. All LED lights. They were one of the first lightweights to convert to that, although it is pretty common now, but you may also notice no carpet. completely carpetless model through and through. And they can do that because this is an above floor slide system, so they don't have to have any carpet for it to glide and grind on in a floor flush manner. I think Highland Ridge is the only one that has carpetless floor flush slides now. They've got it patented, which is probably why you don't see a lot of other brands doing it. The rear bathroom back here, I've said for a long time, Rockwood has the best bathrooms. What's interesting is the Cherokee trailers from Forest River that we carry here at Haylett RV. They have started copying a lot of Rockwood's bathroom things in a more price-aggressive price point, but they don't build anything like this. The floor plans are completely different. But my point is, they have this extra. So now we have 4 hanging closets in this. And this is a very tall one. So if you want to maybe put a small broom or a Swiffer or something in there, you can. And as we turn around, first of all, you've got all the floor space in the world in here. This is a true couple's bathroom with more than enough floor space. But you see, you have this 6.5 foot tall floor-to-ceiling dedicated linen cabinet right here in the bathroom. And this door right here does have a deadbolt, by the way. So you're not going to have to worry about privacy issues. You also have, if I close that up, a full stand-up corner shower with the split open easy entry doors and a skylight above. And one of the best parts about Rockwood having a laminated roof is they don't have as many roof trusses to worry about, because lamination works different. You don't need as many trusses. So they can put the skylight on a corner funny angle like this so that it's directly above where your head's going to be when you stand in the shower. It's a huge advantage to their construction system. And then just little details like this. The bathroom door, you know, flappy doodle is the technical term for that. Anyway, my point is, they put these little extra things on so that the door doesn't just slam open. It's got a nice little stopper right here so that this door handle doesn't smash that bathroom door when you're in transit. You know, if the door pops open or you forget or anything. Or if you just fling the door open, for instance. Maybe you're having a rough day and you fling the bathroom door open in a fit of, you know, momentary emotional rage. I don't know. Point is, they go the extra mile. If they go the extra mile on the bathroom door, guys, just imagine that. I haven't covered every square inch of this thing. There's more to learn about it, but I can't possibly give it 100% justice in a quick little flyby video like this. If we're close, if you think we're getting close, give us a call. I don't care where you live. Rockwood does not have multiple different facilities. They are built less than 1 hour from our front door here at Haylett RV. We don't pay the thousands of dollars of shipping other dealers may. You know, a California dealer's probably got to pay over $3,000 of shipping to get it over there. We don't. I mean, we just don't. That's how we can be so successful with this product. We have, I don't know, you call it, I guess, like a hometown advantage or a local advantage or whatever. But, you know, I don't feel bad about that, because if I was going to sell pontoon boats, I wouldn't open shop in the desert. Now, would I? So, give us a call. All we ask is the opportunity, guys. We only do everything here. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, and everything between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.